Hey friends, sometimes when I'm teaching singers, voice teachers, vocal coaches about register breaks, they say, well, wait a minute, aren't we trying to get rid of register breaks? Like, isn't that our job? Didn't I just spend the last 5 years trying to get rid of my register break? Why do you want me to reinsert that thing that I worked so hard to get rid of? So fair. Such a fair question. In popular styles, kind of predictably, the answer is yes, both and. In this short video, I'm going to address the issue of register breaks in singing, why we want them, when we might not want them, and maybe how to make the whole thing a little less confusing. My name is Meredith Colby. I am the author of Money Notes, How to Sing High, Loud, Healthy, and Forever, which introduces neurovocal, a way to approach singing for popular styles that is based on brain science, as well as professional training for voice teachers and coaches, and one-on-one coaching with me at neurovocal.com. If you listen to really good singers in nearly any popular genre, you're going to hear them sing in a way that may fly in the face of what you've learned, but it's okay. Let's take a look at how to address that. First, there are no bad sounds. Popular styles are artist-driven, meaning that it's the individual singer, not the genre or some external framework, who decides how they want to sound. Even if a singer is using colors or techniques in their singing that is not normally associated with the genre they're singing, that's okay. That's how art happens. That's art. So if the thing a singer is doing is sustainable and meeting their intentions, it's all good. Second, context matters. If your client sings in a choir or is auditioning for a lead in My Fair Lady, then using register breaks as a tonal color is a hard pass. Not a good thing. But if they're songwriters or fronting some retro cover band, then register breaks are a basic style choice. So context matters. And third, register breaks can serve a couple of really important functions in voice training. First, they can help with pitch acuity. How that works is a topic for another broadcast. And if you want to hear it, let me know. I'll get to it. But second, they help the singer who favors one register or the other. Now, we all have that singer who feels like their falsetto or their M2 is just like not their real voice. It feels funny to them. It sounds funny to them. It's not how they identify themselves. And so they they don't want anything to do with it. Or conversely, sometimes it's the other way around. They don't like their modal register. Their voice is their identity. So they may not want to visit the other part that doesn't feel like them. And yet, if they want to sing, they need that whole range. So we want to encourage both that natural, easy function, and we want to encourage the exploration of different ways that the singer can feel their voice and experience the sounds that they can make. So we want both these things. We want register breaks for tonal color and style, and we also want register coordination, or the ability to coordinate both registers throughout the singing range. So since we want both things, then we need to practice both things. Here are 3 ideas for exercises that will help you practice both things. I genuinely hope that these 3 ideas give you some of your own ideas when you think about how they're working. The first thing is an octave yodel. So just going ah, and let them get the hang of it, because very few people ever do that intentionally, and it feels really funny. So don't worry if they're not hitting the pitch exactly. If it feels funny to them, just let them do it. Just repeat it. Let them get accustomed to it a little bit. Just to kind of feel how that is for them. And then take them up, perfect fourth, something like that, and then back down again. Doesn't have to be a huge range. It's more about getting the feel for that function. Another really nice register break exercise that I really like a lot. I've used it with groups, and I use it with people who have never experienced their register break before. I call it Wile E. Coyote because, well, if you know Wile E. Coyote, you know that he had a lot of problem falling off of cliffs. If you are a cartoon character, there is a high likelihood that you will, at some point, fall off a cliff. And when you do, you will hit a tree that is sticking out the side of the canyon wall and think that you're all good. And then, no, you will tumble down to the canyon floor where you will. So this is highly conceptual, as you can tell, but it's also kind of fun. I ask them to start high, hit the 5th scale degree, and then hit the octave. So this helps them with eccentric contraction that takes place in the vocal folds for descending lines. So that's another little plus for this one. So you can go hee-ah. Okay, hear Wiley, he's jumping off the cliff, hitting the tree, hitting the canyon floor. Hee-ah, hee-ah. So we're getting that little vocal flip, but also we ease them into it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just let them get the feel for it. And then the more advanced version of this is the thing that addresses both and. So we're going to start at an octave, and then we're going to take a 3-note, 5-note, it can be 3 or 5-note scale back up in both or either modal 1 or mode 2. So, example. So I went, he had register, yodel. There was a yodel in there, but then I stayed there to blend, and then I switched to mode 2. He, or you can stay in the same vowel. So those are 3 ideas of how to introduce register breaks and the benefits that come with register breaks, stylistic and functional, and also to have both and, to iron out the register breaks and also be able to use them when we want. So I hope that gives you some ideas. I am Meredith Colby. Have a great week.